Hi everyone, welcome to Data Server. My name is Taiwo. Our topic today, as shown on the screen, in this tutorial we will explore the tricks to build a report in Power BI with large dataset running to over 2 million records beyond Microsoft Excel limit. As you can see, this particular tutorial will be based on manual process. There's no need for you to understand how to do coding. And this tutorial is very good for beginners, and also for those of advanced users can make use of it. Because if you start data analysis as a beginner, you don't need to work with large data set. But the more you grow into that field, you will require to work with large data set running to millions. I'm going to go to our next slide to show you the topic of the day. Our topic of the day as follows. We're going to cover the following: creating blank database, collating Excel file in Bash, append Excel file to access table, load Power BI template, import Microsoft access table to Power BI report, refresh Power BI report. And the next slide show our limitation of Microsoft Excel rows. The maximum capacity of Microsoft Excel, be it Microsoft 2007, 10, 13, 16, 19, latest 2024, and Microsoft Office 365. The maximum rows allowed is 1,048,576, and this make you to have a limit of the kind of report you can build in Microsoft Excel. And when you move to your Microsoft Power BI, also it limits you because most people, about all majority people using Microsoft Power BI, most of their data are coming from Excel, so maybe about 75%. Basically, I'm going to go through what we're going to do today. As I said, it's a manual process. Let me load our Excel file to show you the file we want to use. We're going to have about a couple of Excel file in the folder. So this is one of the file, and there's a UK postcode region data set. As you can see, we have 11 column for this, range from known list, postcode, latitude, long latitude, district, ward, district code, country, constituency, introduced date, and region. These are the data we're going to use. In this particular, this one is East Midland. This is the first one in the list of the data sets we have in our folder. And the maximum record we have on this one, this particular one, is 165,896. So I'm going to close this and go to the next line. Then we're going to start our processing straight away. And remember, we're going to be using, let me show you our folder to show you what file we're going to be using. So as you can see, this is our folder. Let me highlight for you. We have 9 Excel files in this folder and postcode data, and that's what we're going to be. They are ranged from East Midland, East of England, London, Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, Southwest, West Midland, Yorkshire. These are all the data sets that we're going to be using. And as I said, there's no need for you to understand coding. It's straightforward based on manual processing. So now the next thing to do is to load our Microsoft Excel Access application. So we're going to start from scratch. Just to show you how to do it, this is our table, but because I want to show you how to do it, I'm going to delete this table and show you for the benefit of understanding for the beginners. I'm going to delete this table. Delete. Yes, then I will start from scratch so that you can understand how to do it from the beginning. So For you to create new table from Microsoft Access is the same procedure from Microsoft 2010. This is the Microsoft 2024. But all you need to do, you click create from the menu, click table, and it's going to give you this. So you can enter your feed, the feed that will generate your column, but make sure that it tally with this particular based on what we are doing. We already have the data set we want to use. We show you the Microsoft Excel file. So we have 11 column. In this particular feed must be 11 column. And first and foremost, I'm going to click on design mode. So that will give us the option to enter our table name. Remember, our table name must also be the same thing because we have template that we are working with, which is in Power BI blank template. So we give it postcode TBL. TBL shortened as table. So that's our table name. And the next thing is to add our feed. And our feed must, the feed name and column must tally, and also the data type must be the same thing with that of the Excel we showed you earlier on. So the default for data type is short text. We're going to leave the default for now to automatically select short text for all of them, all the way for the total 9 feed that we want to use. So after that, we can now adjust our data type to tally with what we want to do. And added 3 so far. And short text, num list, postcode, latitude, longitude. And the next one is district. And also next one is word. And the next one is district code. And the next one is country. And the next one is constituency. And the next one is introduce, which is shortened as introduce date, but we just use introduce. And the last one is region. The file that I'm using, I've already checked all the data type already. I know the one that I want to use. So basically, the one that's supposed to be num is longitude, is 3 of them. The num list will be number data type, and the latitude will be number as well. So if you are using as a beginner, you must make sure you understand the data type. Some of our previous tutorial we've demonstrate for beginner how to create Microsoft Access table. So the longitude will be number as well, and the introduce field will be date. And also remember, there's one that we need to remove. This is very essential that you need to remove this auto number. Otherwise, if you want to append your table from Excel to Access, it's not going to work. So I'm going to remove this. It's going to prompt you, do you actually want to remove delete row? And I will say yes. And after that, remember, I've already saved the Microsoft Access is programmed in such a way that it's auto save, but I still need to save again. So then I will close it. Then I will reopen it just to see that all my column tally is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it. So the next step is to append our Excel file, the one we showed you earlier on in our table. As let me call up our folder again. So what we're going to be doing now is to add all this into one. As I said, the next tutorial will be based on VBA, that we just click a button, everything comes into that table in Microsoft Access. But this time around, I just want to, for beginner's sake, I want to show you manual method. So the first one we're going to add East Midland. Remember, it's about 1 round, less than 200,000. So to do that, we click external data, we click new data source, the arrow down, then we move our cursor to from file, then we select Excel file. We browse. Before we browse, make sure you select append. Append will give you option to select the table. For those of you, maybe you want to use it with your previous already designed Microsoft Access file, but we have only one table in this automatically select. Well, make sure you select this append a copy of the record to the table. So that is the reason why we design our table first. So we browse for our folder, and our folder is in delete data folder. Then we navigate to postcode data, and this is the first one we want to use, East Midland. We open it and we click OK, and it is going to load our East Midland Excel file, which is this one. So the next thing to do, being the first one to append, we click next. And it's working, still loading. Import spreadsheet wizard now. So it does not respond. You see this particular first row contain column heading. This is default because we have a table already. We leave it as it is. We just click next. Then the next thing to do is going to append the data into postcode TBL. Then we click finish. You remember when we open the postcode TBL table is 0 blank file, but by the time we finish the appending, we're going to open it, and you will see that we're going to automatically have that. So this just show you that the import has finished successfully, finished importing, and tells you the postcode table name where the access reside. I'm going to close it and open that postcode table. You can see this is it. That's granted it successfully. If you click end of the record, you can see 165,896 successfully added. So I'll close it again. I'm going to add a second table, and it's the same procedure. I'm going to click external data, new data source, file, Excel. This time around, make sure you are every time you use, because remember we have 9 files, you have to select append for the entire 9 time you're going to use it to add, depending on what you want to do. If you have 2 or 3 or 4, even this 200, you have to do it that way. But for those of you that have large data set, that in a bit by bit, you have to follow, wait for the VBA one, which is going to be automatic method. So I'm going to browse again. We add the next one, which is East of England. Open. As I said, make sure append a copy of the record to the table is selected, and select your table, which is the appropriate one, and click OK. And it's loading. So this time around, I'm going to just click finish because the first method already identified the pattern I want. So I will just click finish. So automatically, if you successfully added this particular postcode table, file size will increase automatically. Remember, we have 168,000 plus. So depends on the number of record we have in the next Excel file that we just added. So what we need to do after that is just to open our table and check the total number of record we have. Then I'm going to take you to our Microsoft Power BI template. We follow what we mentioned in our topic of the day, so you can understand how this thing works, which is going to be more very efficient when you understand how to do it. So let us see our record now. How many do we have? We have 405,534 record. So you see, automatically added is working. So now the next thing to do is to go to our Power BI blank page. This is our Power BI blank page. Before I go further, I need to show you how to bring your Microsoft Access to Power BI report, because it's a template. I already done it. So But let me show you how to do it. All you need to do, you click the drop down menu, you click get data, then you click more. It's loading. From the more window, you click access database, then you click connect. Automatically, because I've used it before, it takes me to my folder where I have my database file, which is large data. I click large data, is the name of my Microsoft Access, then I click open. I'm going to cancel it at the end of the day because I have the file already. I just want to show you for you to understand how to do it from scratch. And I believe if you go to our tutorial, you will see a lot of Power BI tutorial that you can understand how to do this from scratch. So supposing I don't have this, I will click postcode table, then automatically, then I click load, or if I want to do editing, I'll click transform data, one of these two. But normally, because this Excel file is already formatted, it's a structured data, so there's no need. So this is the process. All you need to do, just click the table name. But I'm going to click cancel because I don't need it. So now, to showcase what we've done, remember we have about 400,000 record in our Microsoft Access table, which we already bring into this one. So all we need to do, we click refresh. Let's see and wait if it's going to automatically bring our data to this Power BI, and it's working, synchronizing, loading all the data onto Power BI report. There you go. It's going to show you automatically change because, as I said, it's a template. You can see we have to East Midland 165,896 and East of England 239,638. You can see the combination of the total file is at the moment, because we have two region, is 405,534. Automatically showcase what we want to do, and it's working. So the next thing to do is to add additional data. And to add additional data, because of time's sake, I'm going to fast forward it. We need more 7 data to add. As you can see from our folder, let me show you again. Then after that, then I will show you, and then you see we have these 2 already added. We need to add this 7 from London to Yorkshire. So as I said, I'm going to fast forward it, add 6, then show you how many, then I will add the last one to showcase that is working. Bear with me in a minute. As I said, to fast forward, I've added additional 6. Basically, we're going to go to our Microsoft Access to see the additional 6 record before we refresh. Let me load our Microsoft Access table. You can see, remember, it's the same procedure. So what we have here, now let's see total record we have here. We have total record of 1,948,798. So this is the record we have because we have additional 6. So basically what we expect is to see 8 region. Remember, is 9, one remaining one, which I'm going to demonstrate towards the end of this tutorial. Go back to our Microsoft Power BI, and all we need to do is just to click refresh. So we're going to click refresh button, then we can see the region added and also increase in our total record count. It's working, as you can see. This is a very efficient way of working with large data sets without necessary to have any coding knowledge. Of course, as time goes on, you require coding knowledge in data analysis, but the sky is limit, especially when it comes to data server channel tutorial. You gain a lot. So let's see, it's going to automatically update. As you can see, we have 1,948,798, precisely similar to what we have in our Microsoft Access table. So the method to add the last one, which I'm going to show you, because of time's sake, that's the reason why I added the 6 when I fast forward. And as I said, if I roll out the automated one, all you need to do is just click a button that will show you the code how to do it. So let me load our Microsoft Access to add the last region, which is Yorkshire. So it's the same procedure. I go to external data, click new data source, move my cursor to from file, click Excel. Remember, you have to click append. It's only one table is already selected. Browse, and the time speed depend on the number of data you have. This Yorkshire is the last one. I click open. I click OK again, and the data will load. After the data loads successfully, I will just click it's loading, finish in order to append. I will click finish. There's no need to click next. So when this one successfully added, we're going to load our postcode table to see how many we have. 100% fact is going to be the same thing with what we're going to have in our Power BI because everything is synchronized as expected. So you can see this might be a bit longer because there's a lot of file in there. So it depends how large you can see the importing. You can see is working. Depending how large your data set is, that will determine how quick or slow. And also your computer system matters as well. So when you are using this particular system of using large data set, the capacity will varies based on your computer system and file size. So I think it's more way out for you instead of you thinking of splitting your file in Microsoft Excel from one folder to another. So successfully added. I'm going to close it and we're going to see how many record we have now. So it's going to equate to our beginning screenshot sample. We have 2,160,974. I think that's the expectation. It's working. We're going to close it. So we should have the same thing in our Microsoft Power BI. Let's go to our Power BI. So the only thing we need to do is just to click refresh. Refresh. And it's refreshing. So imagine you have weekly data that you normally do and it's running to from 100,000 to millions, and this is the best way to do it. And you can, the nearest version maybe going to show you how to do it in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. But Microsoft Access with combination of Power BI and Excel is straightforward. You don't need to understand any coding. Just click and follow the steps. So the Yorkshire will add it to this one now, and you can see it's still loading. You see this is Yorkshire. It's about 212,176 additional data, making the total record of 2,160,974 total count. Precisely what we show you. You can see this is what you need to do. And all in our Microsoft Power BI report, the only bit we added, these are all our field, is this 3-1 count record. Those of you that want to do it on your one, count record in order to just be able to show total record. And also district count. This showcase how to count how many districts we have by using variable. These are DAX function. And also the last one is region count. This is the same procedure for counting for current region. It's a DAX method with variable. So sky is limit. This is all what you need to understand when it comes to working with large data sets using Microsoft Power BI with Microsoft Access. So this end of our tutorial. Come for more additional tutorial for you to understand how to do it. I remain your style. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and look forward for the automated method, which I'm going to roll out as soon as possible. Thank you and stay blessed. Bye for now.